Welcome to an enchanting journey through the mystical landscapes of Slavic mythology. In this episode, we'll explore the sacred spaces that held profound significance for the ancient Slavs. These are not just locations on a map, but places imbued with spiritual power and deep mythological meaning. From the hallowed groves, where whispers of the past still linger in the rustling leaves, to the mystical springs whose waters hold ancient secrets, and the enigmatic burial mounds, silent guardians of Slavic history, each of these places tells a story. Join us as we uncover the mysteries of these sacred sites and understand their significance in the spiritual life of the Slavs. In the heart of Slavic spirituality lay the sacred groves, revered places of worship and communion with the divine. These groves, often untouched patches of ancient forest, were seen as portals to another realm where gods and spirits dwelled. For the ancient Slavs, these groves were more than just clusters of trees. They were sanctuaries of nature, places where the veil between the earthly and the divine was thin. The groves were treated with great respect and entered only during specific rituals or for significant purposes. Throughout Slavic lands, different groves were dedicated to various deities or spirits. These sites often became centers of local religious practices and community gatherings. The specific location of a grove, the type of trees it contained, and its natural features all contributed to its sacred status. Archaeological findings, such as idols and altars discovered in these areas, provide a glimpse into the rituals and ceremonies that took place within these mystical groves. The reverence for these sites was so strong that many groves remained untouched even as civilizations evolved and Christianity spread across the region. Within the sacred groves, various rituals and ceremonies were conducted, ranging from seasonal festivals to rites of passage. These rituals were often led by priests or shamans and involved offerings, prayers, and chants to the deities or spirits associated with the grove. One common practice was the celebration of the changing seasons, especially the solstices and equinoxes, which were seen as significant times of spiritual and natural transition. These celebrations involved the community and reflected the deep connection the Slavs had with the cycles of nature. Stepping away from the sacred groves, we find ourselves by the tranquil waters of Slavic springs. In Slavic mythology, springs were not just sources of water. They were seen as gateways to the underworld, places where the divine could manifest in the earthly realm. These springs, often located in serene and untouched parts of nature, were revered for their purity and life-giving properties. The water from these springs was believed to have healing powers and was often used in rituals and for medicinal purposes. Many Slavic springs were dedicated to specific deities, particularly those associated with water and fertility. These sites often became pilgrimage destinations where people would travel from far to seek healing, blessings, or answers to their prayers. The traditions surrounding these springs varied across the Slavic lands, but the reverence for them was a common thread. Archaeological evidence, including votive offerings found in and around these springs, attests to their significance in Slavic religious practices. One of the common practices was the ritual of offering gifts or sacrifices to the deities of the spring. These offerings could be simple, like coins and ribbons, or more elaborate, including carved idols or food. Another tradition was the collection of spring water during specific times, such as during the first light of dawn on a significant day. This water was considered especially potent and was used for blessing, healing, or as part of other magical practices. From the tranquil springs, our journey takes us to the solemn and mysterious burial mounds, known as Kurhany in Slavic languages. These ancient mounds, often dotting the landscape of Slavic countries, were more than just final resting places. They were sacred sites that connected the living with their ancestors. The burial mounds were seen as bridges between the worlds of the living and the dead. They were places where the spirits of the ancestors were believed to reside, offering guidance and protection to their living descendants. The construction of these mounds was a complex and sacred process, often involving elaborate rituals and ceremonies. The size and contents of a kurhan could vary, reflecting the status and achievements of the individual buried within. Archaeological excavations of these mounds have revealed a wealth of information about Slavic culture, including burial customs, artistic expressions, and social structures. Artifacts found in these mounds, such as jewelry, weapons, and pottery, provide insights into the lives and beliefs of the ancient Slavs. Several burial mounds across Slavic lands have become famous for their size, age, or the treasures they contained. For instance, the Krakus mound in Poland is shrouded in legends, including one that it is the resting place of the mythical King Krakus, the founder of Krakow. In Ukraine, the Black Grave is another renowned kurhan, known for its size and the significant archaeological findings it yielded, offering a glimpse into the life of the early Slavic elites. As our exploration of the mysterious places of Slavic mythology comes to an end, we are left with a profound appreciation for these sacred sites. The sacred groves, mystical springs, and ancient burial mounds we visited are not just relics of the past. They are enduring symbols of the spiritual depth and cultural richness of the Slavic people. These places, steeped in myth and legend, continue to fascinate and inspire us, offering a glimpse into a world where the spiritual was deeply intertwined with the everyday. They remind us of the reverence the ancient Slavs had for nature, their ancestors, and the divine forces of the universe. We hope you have enjoyed this journey through the sacred landscapes of Slavic mythology. If you are intrigued by these ancient mysteries and wish to explore more about the rich tapestry of world mythologies, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us uncover and share more of these fascinating stories. Thank you for joining us on this mystical journey. Stay tuned for more adventures into the realms of mythology and ancient traditions.